Welcome to the Dottoro Theme tutorial series. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can customize the footer in the Dottoro theme and how you can create different footers on each page. The visual appearance of the footer, such as its background or text and link colors, can be changed in the theme editor. You can find several videos about its usage in our video gallery. In this video tutorial, I will not discuss this. I'll only present how to add content to the footer and how to create the layout of widgets. The footer basically consists of two parts, a box containing widgets and a text box right under it. The text box usually contains the copyright and other information related to the website. As a first step, add some widgets to the footer. I go to Appearance, Widgets, and add 4 widgets to the footer widget area. For instance, let's select Dottoro Recent Posts. I'm setting some of its properties. The number of posts to show, the length of excerpts, and I enable to show thumbnails and excerpts. Then I save. Let the second one be the recent comments, with icons shown for comments. The third one can be the Flickr widget. I set the necessary values. I enable the Dottoro gallery here. And as fourth, I add the links widget. And to make it more attractive, I select a list icon. I'm going to click Save. And if you take a look at the page now, you can see that the widgets have already appeared in the footer. Now, let's see how we can present widgets in a different arrangement. For example, how can we arrange 4 widgets in 3 columns so that 2 of them are placed one under the other in the middle column? In the Dottoro theme, you can edit the layout of each widget area separately, so you can do this with the footer widget area too. So I go to Theme Options, Widget Areas. Here you can see all of the predefined widget areas, and also the ones I've made. Their layout you can modify separately. Currently, I don't have any own widget areas. The ones we can see are the default widget areas of the theme. Here we can also find the footer widget area, which is layout we would like to change. The footer widget area has only one single row with 4 cells by default. The cells have the same width. CSS classes are not set, and one widget will be displayed in each cell. Now, I would like the footer to have 3 columns instead of 4. The first column should be 1/4 width, the second one also, and the third one a half width. I want to display 1 widget in the first cell, 2 widgets in the second one, and 1 widget again in the third one. You have the ability to create multi-line layouts by clicking the Insert New Row button, but I don't need this right now. Using the Layout wizard, you can create a wide variety of widget layouts. You can learn in detail about this in the Widgets and Widget Areas video. Save changes. Now it's done. Since the dimensions of the widgets currently appearing in the footer do not match the new layout, go to Appearance, Widgets, and replace the previously added widgets. I delete the former ones that I don't want to use in the new footer. But I leave the Recent Post widget as it is. And now let's drag the new ones in there. For example, a Connect menu. I set the necessary values. And add a Contact Info widget. I set some properties in it. These 2 widgets, the Connect menu and the Contact Info, will be displayed one under the other in the second column. and then add a slideshow widget, which will be placed in the third column. Save this. If you have a look at the page now, then you can see that the footer has completely changed. The Recent Posts widget is on the left side, where it was earlier. Next to it, one under the other, are the Connects and the Contact Info widgets. And on the right side is the Slideshow widget, which is wider than the others. If, for example, we want to display some custom text in the footer, we can also do that using the Text widget. Let's see an example. Replace the Slideshow widget with the Text widget. We can use shortcodes in the Text widget as well. For instance, I will use the block quote shortcode, as this one is for displaying quotations. And to make it simple, duplicate this. Save it. And now we can see that instead of the slideshow, quotations have appeared. Alright, we've seen so far how we can put widgets in the footer in easily customizable layouts. Now, let's change the text appearing at the bottom of the footer. It's pretty simple to do. Under Theme Options, General, in the Footer tab. Here we can not only set the text appearing at the bottom of the footer, but also the type of the footer, whether the footer should contain the widget and the text box, or the text box only, or whether no footer should be shown at all. I leave the current setting as it is, because I only want to change the content appearing in the text box. The contents of the text box can be edited the same way as the contents of pages and posts. You can also use shortcodes and HTML formatted text in the content. In the Dottoro theme, there are footer-specific shortcodes that we can of course use elsewhere too, but mostly we need them here. These are the copyright, WordPress link, RSS, top, and the year shortcodes. I remove everything except the copyright shortcode. And let's type, for instance, Powered by WordPress, where the text of WordPress will be shown as a link pointing to wordpress.org. And write out which theme we are using on our website. Save changes. Take a look at the page now. As you can see, the first half of the text appearing at the bottom of the footer is the same as it was before. The Copyright 2011, the title of our website, and the All Right Reserved text are generated by the copyright shortcode. And then the new content appeared, Powered by WordPress, and WordPress Theme by Dottoro. Of course, you have the ability to display much more complex content in the text box, but I wanted to show you its most common use. As you can see, thanks to the flexibility of the widget areas and the text box, we can create a wide variety of footers, but still, we have not yet discussed an important thing. How can we create different footers for each page? We can do it with the custom widget areas in the Dottoro theme. Since we've added all widgets to the footer widget area so far, they appear in the footer of each page. But, for instance, if we want a custom footer on the home page, then we need to create a new widget area first. We can do that under Theme Options, Widget Areas. Create a new one. Let's call it Home Footer. Make 4 columns, all columns with the same width. Save changes. If we go back to Widgets, then you can see that the new widget area has actually appeared below the footer widget area. Now I'm adding 4 widgets to this. For instance, Popular Post. I'm setting some of its properties. Add Calendar. drag the previously used flicker widget and drop onto this. And finally, a links widget. As a final step, it should also be specified where we want to place the new widget area. For this, I'll access the home page, and within the General Page Settings box, we can find an option named Additional Footer Widget Area. Here I select the new widget area. In the Dottoro theme, we have the ability to select a custom widget area for both the footer and sidebar on each page. So this new widget area may even be attached to other pages, but I don't need that right now. Save changes. And after refreshing the page, you can see that the newly created widget area has appeared below the original content in the footer on the home page. If you take a look at the blog page, you'll see that the footer has not changed on this page. It contains only those widgets that we put in the footer widget area. In many cases, it may be necessary not only to extend an already existing footer, but to achieve that some widgets do not appear on certain pages. For example, let's see how we could change the footer on the home page to show the new widget area only, while the footers on other pages remain untouched. Since the footer widget area is placed in the footer on every page, all widgets added to it will also appear on the home page. To remove these widgets from the home page, we need to create a new widget area and move the widgets from the footer widget area to the new one. Let's call the new widget area Block Footer and set its layout the same as the layout of the current footer widget area. Now save. And under Widgets, move the widgets from footer to the newly created block footer. Finally, attach this new widget area to the footer of the blog page. Save changes. If you have a look at the home page now, then you can see that the footer displays widgets only from the home footer widget area. And on the blog page, the footer displays widgets only from the blog footer widget area. If you take a look at the blog posts now, then you can see that the footer is empty. This is because the footer widget area is empty now. If we want to display some widgets in the footer of post pages, then we need to attach an additional widget area to them. Since I would like to display the same content in the footer of post pages as on the blog page, I will attach the blog footer widget area to the blog posts. We can do this under Post Settings, where we can attach additional widget areas not only to the footer on post, but also on category and tag pages. Save changes. And after refreshing the page, you can see that the footer now appears with the same content on post pages as on the blog page, and a totally different footer appears on the home page. As we have seen, in the Dottoro theme we have the ability to create different footers for each page, and we can also do this for post, category, and tag pages as well. After all, there are some other special pages that are automatically created. These are the author, archive, search, and 404 pages. We can customize their footer also in the Dottoro theme, but I am not showing you this in this video. You will get more detailed info on this in the video about widget areas. I do hope that I've managed to give you an insight into the possibilities in the Dottoro theme, and I also hope that this video will help you in creating your footers. Thank you for your attention. Have fun while you experiment to see what you can create.